It's an interesting historical question that God had a way then of finding out whether the woman was guilty, but we can't possibly do that today. If God wants to cause a baby to die in the womb, that's God's business. This is absolutely remote from abortion, which is not remotely to do with what God did there. We have absolutely no right to kill a baby in the womb, nor have we any right to go back under the law of Moses and do that today. So it's of historical interest only, absolutely irrelevant to the discussion about abortion, I would say. No, nothing remotely, nor is the law of Moses remotely to do with that. So forget it. It's an interesting historical thing to discuss. But you see, the danger with so much Christianity is it gets down into the weeds and argues points that are really, they are interesting. I grant that every question is interesting. But more important is how much are these people doing the Great Commission today, rather than worrying about exactly what that meant. That's the great issue, to go into the world and preach the gospel of the kingdom, work at that very hard. Not that these other questions are wrong. They're not. They're interesting, but minimal interest, perhaps.